Hello, welcome to our assembly for today. It's Wednesday. I hope you've had a lovely, lovely week so far. I hope you've been working really hard for your teachers and you've all been absolutely fantastic because I know you always are. So our assembly on Monday, what was it about? Put your hand up and tell your teacher. That's right, it was all about friendship. And we talked about the things that made a good friend, and we talked about being faithful, and we talked about being reliable. And I know there's lots and lots of good things that happen at our school to do with looking out for each other. I was talking to somebody on the playground the other day, and they hadn't got anybody to play with. And I said to them, "Do you want me to find you someone to play with?" And as soon as I said that, somebody actually ran up going, "Oh, I'll play. I didn't have to do anything, because it was really, really lovely to see one of you guys looking out for somebody else. Really nice. Well done. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to read you two stories, one today, one for the assembly on Friday, about how friendship works or has worked in different ways. Okay, because friendship can be about being there and listening to your mates and playing football or playing Fortnite or whatever. But that actually, there's other things that we can think about to do with friendship as well. Now, the first story I've got for you, let's share my screen. Kindle, there we go. Be a Friend by Selena Yoon. Okay, that's the story that we are going to be reading today. So here we go. Here you've got this boy. Now have a think, have a look at those pictures and those dotted lines in the pictures. And think what they might be showing. Talk to the person sitting next to you, pause the video and share some ideas with your class when you're ready. Pause the video. Now, I think there's probably lots and lots of interesting ideas going on there. I wonder what it could be. Be a Friend by Selena Yoon. Dennis was an ordinary boy who expressed himself in extraordinary ways. So there's his wardrobe with all of his things inside. Picture of the Eiffel Tower in Paris. Everyone called him Mime Boy. Dennis didn't speak a word. He would only act in scenes. So he would use his hands, use his body, his face to pretend that he was doing something. And you can see here, he's acting that he's pulling a rope, or he's acting like he's inside a box, or riding a bike, or even acting that he's going downstairs. Some children would show and tell in class. They'd bring something in, they'd talk about it and explain it, but Dennis would mime instead. He would mime scrunching up into a ball and being an egg, or wobbling on the ground being a caterpillar, and then growing into a chrysalis, and then flying like a butterfly. So he's shown the life cycle of the butterfly through mime, through actions. Some children like to climb a tree. It's good fun, that. But Dennis was happy pretending to be a tree. But even trees get lonely sometimes. He didn't have anybody else. Dennis felt invisible. It was as if he was standing on the other side of a wall, and he didn't know how to go and talk to those other children. One day, Dennis kicked an imaginary ball, and someone caught it. Her name was Joy. There was no wall between Dennis and Joy. It was more like a mirror. They were very similar. They saw the world the same way. Dennis and Joy didn't speak a word because friends don't have to. But they laughed out loud with jazz hands for all the world to see. There we go. That's it. It's a really, really simple story. Really, really nice one. I like that a lot. And it's about Dennis, who is different to everybody else. Now, we've talked a lot in assemblies, talked a lot in class about differences and how everybody is welcome at Wincham. It doesn't matter what colour your skin is, or how well your legs work, or whatever bits of help that you need. But there are some times where people can be very different to you or to each other, but it might not look really obvious, and people might behave in a different way, and actually they're doing their own thing in their own way. They're getting on like Dennis was, and other people didn't understand Dennis. Now, even though he was wearing kind of different clothes, and he dressed a little bit differently, he got his own thing going on. He was doing his own mimes. But it's really important that nobody played with him. So when Joy came along, he was actually happy. Now, I think in our school, things might be a little bit different for Dennis, because if Dennis was on his own and he was playing on his own on the playground, and he'd always played on his own on the playground, what would we do? What would we do at Wincham? Hey, have a think. Now, if you've paused your video and you've talked about this as a class, I hope there's some fairly similar things in every single class. Put your hand up if you thought about talking to Dennis. Put your hand up if you thought about joining in with Dennis's game and trying to understand what he was doing. Put your hand up if you thought about inviting him to be part of what you're doing. Put your hand up if, even if Dennis didn't want to join in, Dennis didn't want to play alongside, you'd still say, "Hi, Dennis," each morning, or "How you doing, Dennis?" or "I like your handwriting, Dennis, in your lessons," or something like that. Because even if somebody wants to be alone, we can still make them feel welcome in lots and lots of other ways. Come sit next to me in the dinner hall. Or just, "Oh, there you go, Dennis, you can go in before me," as you go through the door. So there's lots and lots of ways that Dennis might not feel lonely anymore. And I think at Wincham, we'd be really good at that. Now, everybody is different. Everybody's got different things going on. And some people might look different. And do you know what? We don't care. We still play with them. They're still our friends. Some people might not look different, but because their brains work in different ways, they are different and they act in different ways. And you know what? We don't care. They're still our friends. And that's the important thing about this assembly. It doesn't matter what you look like. Everybody here can still be friends. It doesn't matter how your brain works. If your brain works differently, everybody here is still friends. Now, when you get into like years 5 and 6, you've been in your classes for quite a long time. And when you're in reception or year 1 or year 2, your teachers will say, "You've got to be friends. You've got to play nicely." And actually, you might not want to play nicely because you might realize, actually, do you know what? I just don't have anything in common with these people. I've got my group of friends, and then there's another group of friends, and we don't kind of get on. You don't have to be friends with them. So if there's somebody that you don't get on with, you just think, "I'm never going to be friends with that person. I'm never going to be best mates. They're not going to come round to my house for tea. We're not going to play Fortnite together. We're not going to play football on the playground." How do you behave towards that person? Have a think. Okay, pause your video. Have a talk as a class. What would you do? Now, I think there's a lot to do with the word respect here. It doesn't matter that you might not be best friends, but you can be polite. When you walk past somebody, you say, "Morning, you okay?" And I do this on the playground all the time. I'm not going to invite any of you to my house for tea. I'm not going to invite you to play football in my back garden, but I can still be polite and still be really kind and show that I'm pleased to see you. I can let you through in front of me in the queue, in the door, at the door. I can just have a chat with you, say, "How are you? Everything okay?" All of those sorts of things you can do as well. Just because you might not be best mates with somebody else in your class doesn't mean that you can't make them feel welcome at Wincham. That's really, really important. So I want you to have a think for a minute for me. Okay? Have a think about what you're going to do today to make somebody else feel welcome. How would you want to be treated by someone else? Would you want to be ignored? like Dennis? Or would you want somebody to have a nice conversation with you, or to smile at you, or say hello when they saw you? So if that's how you want to be treated, what are you going to do for somebody else? Okay? And I want you to make yourself a promise. Promise to do something that shows friendship, shows a bit of respect to somebody else. Okay? So have a think what that's going to be. All right. Now, you might want to share this as a class. You might not. It might be a promise that you make to yourself. And I want you to see if you can do that throughout the rest of the day and the rest of the week. There we go, guys. We've had our story. We've got a slightly longer, different story on Friday. And I will share that with you later in the week. Okay. See you soon. Bye-bye.